Another Trinity Minute coming at you right now. If you don't know by now, we use these videos every week to help you get ready to meditate with us. Wednesday night we do this meditation, Change the Consciousness, by empowering all these different energies. If you're not already, be a part of it. Give us a like or a subscribe, maybe a comment, maybe even share it with somebody. Spreading these videos around helps us attract more people to this meditation, making it a more powerful force in the consciousness. Every week it's a different energy. This week it's the energy of healing. I've spent most of my adult life being a healer, a massage therapist, working in the health profession. I'm dealing with this energy all the time. So I'm going to try really hard to keep it brief because I could talk about this forever and ever and ever. Healing is a super important energy. It's a little misunderstood. We're going to talk about that. The basis of healing is you have to love something that is not apparent. Doesn't seem to be here in the moment, but you're going to love it anyway. That's how you heal something, by creating that flow. Love creates a flow. And healing is about getting your energy field to flow again. Whenever you have injury or an illness or an issue, any of those I things, you're going to have your energy field kind of freeze up around it. We call that trauma. That's a trauma pattern. And trauma doesn't move, and so your energy field stops being functional because it's just flowing energy. It's like a river. And if I freeze part of the river, then the river doesn't work very well. So we want to get some flow going by loving something that's not apparent. That's the secret to healing. If you love integrity, when there's no integrity around, then you are healing your self-doubts. If you love health, when there's no health apparent, then you're healing your physical body. If you love safety, when there's no safety around, you're healing your fears. Really important thing to do. But there's a couple of little caveats that I think I can make apparent to you with this little self-defense drill. I've pulled this from various classes. I've seen it in many different styles. It's not a technique per se. It's more a training drill to get you used to the timing of how you deal with punches. So I'm going to get Diane out here, and we're going to do what's called the windshield wiper. Windshield wiper. Just pretend your hand is a windshield wiper. Not a stiff windshield wiper, but one that swishes back and forth. You want to keep your elbow basically stable and just use your arm. Don't feel tempted to do this or this. You're not going to make big motions. It's just windshield wiper, back and forth. So if I punch, your hand's going to start out here. If I punch, you're going to catch it, and even that's a little much. Right there is about all you need. If you push over here, then you got to come all the way back over here.
Okay.
So, hand out here, I punch, you're going to catch it. I punch again, you're going to catch it with the back of your hand. There, and there, and there, and there, and there. And she's just being a windshield wiper, making it as fluid and flowing as possible, putting not a lot of energy into it. And we're going to have her put her other hand right here to remind herself that she's keeping this in reserve. You'll see this in a lot of karate movies where the master goes, hoo, 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 and he's fighting with one hand, and he's holding something important that the bad guy's trying to steal or whatever. That's what we want. We want to keep half of our energy on reserve. Why is that important? Because when you're healing, let's say you broke your ankle and you're trying to heal it, it's important that the energy go back into trying to create movement and flow there. But you're also still required to go to your job and do your stuff, and very often we do one of two things. We collapse in the bed and say, I can't do anything, all of my energy is going to healing. Or we keep limping around doing our job and none of the energy goes to healing, it all goes to doing our job. So we want to be able to create flow in a stuck, frozen area using only half of our energy. And that's what this drill shows you. That you can use half of your weapons, your arms, keeping the other one totally in reserve, and still protect yourself. Now I'm shooting these punches right down the middle, which allows her to do this. Sometimes people will get a little more wild and throw these big haymakers. You can do the same thing, It's just that you're in between the punches now.
Mhm.
It's a little more difficult because you're really tempted to just club at it. Bam, 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 bam. Right? And we don't want to do that. We want loose and flowing. Remember, we're trying to get flow going back into a frozen area. So there and there, but still trying to flow. Because of that, I always teach it with the straight down the middle first punch, because it's a little easier to feel the flow as you get going that way. And you can even move with this. If somebody's really aggressive and they're throwing these punches, you can just move back. It's a super easy to learn drill. Don't think of it as a technique, it's a drill. But it teaches you the, thank you, Diane, it teaches you the important things about flow, which is you have to reestablish movement in that trauma area, that frozen area. You have to get the flow going, but you're only going to use half your energy to do it. You're going to keep the other half in reserve. If you don't, then you'll be non-functional while you heal, or else you'll be totally functional and never heal. Those are the two options. When you put all of your energy into either doing your daily life or healing, something gets left out. So we're going to reserve half of our energy, and with the other half, we're going to establish this flow in an area that it's not apparent. If there's no safety in this moment, instead of like loading up with guns, I'm going to take one of my hands out of the equation. Well, that makes it more unsafe, yes. But when I love safety in an unsafe situation, I'm healing my fears. When I love health in an unhealthful situation, I'm healing my body. So you have to learn to create the flow around whatever energy we're talking about using only half your energy. If you think this stuff's cool, then you should stay tuned.